Eurogamer Expo happened this past weekend, and one of the most prominent news bits from it actually came from Eurogamer themselves, in which they interviewed creative lead on CD Projekt Red's next game, The Witcher 3, Jerzy Dudek. And Dudek, he spoke about how handsome Geralt of Rivia is. He said, I can't remember the quote offhand, but it was something like, yeah, Geralt has sex with all of the people in The Witcher because he's so damn sexy. And Jerzy, you are correct. Geralt of Rivia is a Adonis of a human being. That man is, he gets my blood pumping, I will tell you that much. And that's why that got me thinking about other video game characters that get my blood pumping as well. So I want to present to you today a list, and not just any list. It is a list of definitely the top 5 sexiest characters in video games. And 6. In 1980, amusement arcades had lines out the door because everyone had what was known at the time as Pac-Man influenza. Namco's pill-guzzling tribute to Tupac Shakur was a worldwide hit in America, and then everywhere else in the world soon after. While Pac-Man had that grisly war veteran look about him, Ms. Pac-Man had youths weak at the knees due to her overly sexualized character design. But we certainly weren't complaining, were we? No, we weren't. That's why I said we weren't complaining. 2 years following her husband's arrival on the gaming scene, his once estranged wife decided enough was enough and wanted to live the Manchester lifestyle, just like her more, how do I put this lightly, uglier other half. Ms. Pac-Man will be remembered as one of the first ever video game characters to truly bring sexy back for the first time, so she brought the sexy rather than back. And 5. Some people might find the designer stubble, the quick wit, and the buckets of hair gel attractive, but let's be honest, that's so out of date. Floundering in Hollywood as an NCIS extra, Nathan Drake needed a change. It all started to click when the wannabe Hollywood heartthrob signed a deal with Sony for a multi-picture deal that the populace started to fall at his feet. But both Esther Ranson and Damon Holmes thought that Nathan Drake needed a couple of ham sandwiches because, like Sal's boyfriend, he was just wasting away. In 2009, Drake came back to the big screen with a far more impressive physique. Men and women were swimming in their own juices at the sight of Sony's golden boy now. Personally speaking, I can't look at anything Uncharted without having to change my boxers every 4 seconds. What a fucking ride. And 4. Ooh, yeah. Whew. Tell you what, I'd stick my willy in that exhaust pipe, if you know what I mean, because it's a car. And 3. This was a hard one, if you'll pardon the pun, because whenever I see these two studs on Al Jazeera, I get a rush of blood to the head, and I'm not talking about Coldplay's sophomoric album, Rush of Blood to the Head, featuring such hits as The Scientist and Clocks. In 2011, Keys and Gray got a little bit of flack for having a bit of banter with lineswoman Shan Massey. The lads were just using phrases such as, "What do women know about the offside rule, Tickaboo Stephen Gerrard?" and talking to Frank Lampard's cousin about his favourite series, Smash Brothers. I couldn't separate these two top lads due to their seductive on-air personas and the clear sexual tension between them in FIFA. Many's the time I found it difficult to get through a full match in FIFA 11 as I've had to stop at half-time and knock one out. Either thinking about Andy Gray reciting the Choose Life monologue from Trainspotting, or Richard Keys just saying the word banter over and over and over
banter
and over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And 2. I'm on the lookout for a mute, highly skilled, and beautiful assassin. It's quiet, as I previously stated. Revealed at Electronic Entertainment Expo 2013, this sniper-wielding vixen had people jumping for joy in the aisles due to her progressive design and combat-ready attire. Speaking with Jerk Hiley on Game Trailers TV, MGS creator Hideo Kojima was very positive about his latest creations, saying,
グランセプトオート5はやっぱり、ずっとやりたかったんですけど、2、3時間やってあまりにも細かいところがよくできていて、で僕らのゲームっていうのはそういう細かいところでこうやればああなるっていう反応をいかにできるかっていう。
Kojima-san, the gaming community as a whole, man, woman and child, couldn't agree more. I personally can't wait to see Meryl Streep's portrayal of the quiet, yet deadly quiet. It was deadly. And before Tress effects, there was Triple H. The sledgehammer-swinging bad guy in wrestling hasn't been aging too gracefully over the years due to the fact that we haven't found a way to stall the aging process yet. But in the PS2's WWF SmackDown 2 Know Your Role, Hunter Hearst Helmsley was the star. His triangular biceps were what got the balls rolling, but his rigid hairstyle was what had you screaming, yes, yes, yes. The world needed a new do after Rachel, and Triple H's degeneration sex appeal took over. The physics-defying cut wouldn't move an inch as Helmsley sprinted from one side of the squared circle to the other, and the way it would disappear into his flesh was mesmerizing. It's clear that, at least back then, Triple H stood for hot, 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 hot. And honestly, did you expect anything else? With the 2013 reboot, everyone was overly excited about seeing them again. Reimagined as a more youthful, sprightly and attractive person, Crystal Dynamics' take on this gaming institution had Tesco do a bog-off deal on 9 packs of toilet roll in the lead up to release. This once more mature, delicious sex pod had men and women calling in sick to work to spend some quality time at home with the titillating personality. Who would have thought that a developer could take the freezer-loving Butler from Tomb Raider 2 and geek chic him up as Escape Man in this reset? Escape Man's thick-framed lenses and wonderful dress sense saw him become a sex symbol on par with Aiden Pierce's iconic hat. The man was brimming with confidence in the game, having sex with everyone and everything, from fellow crew members to Lara's headphones to Sam's camera. Thankfully, Joss Whedon saw the potential in Escape Man, and we're all set to see him star in the Avengers 2 Escape from the Tomb Raider with Escape Man, again, The Great Escape, open bracket, man, closing bracket, full stop. So there you have it. I would ask for your opinions on things, but that would just be boring, because if any of your comments would just be repeating the exact same list that I gave you, because you have just seen definitely the top 5 sexiest characters in video games. But do not fret, any of you pug ugly, disgusting creatures that are watching, because you will be represented next week. It's a little bit more difficult for me because I'm highly attractive, but next week we're going looking at definitely the top 5 ugliest characters in video games, and I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek. They're gonna be up there.